Hey everybody, Arturo Johnson here, and in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you the top three things that all seven-figure agents must have. And so, if you enjoy this video, go ahead and click the like button as well as subscribe. And if you're a life insurance agent and you're looking for consistency and predictability in your button, there'll be a link below at the end of this video where you can select to book a call with myself or someone from our team. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into number one. Number one is you need to have a plan. And I see this more often than not with a lot of entrepreneurs, but especially life insurance agents. They wake up and they do what we call hope marketing. They wake up, they show up to the office at 6 a.m. and they get down on their knees and they pray to God that somebody picks up the phone as they're dialing. And what happens is they don't have a plan. And so there's a saying that if you don't have a plan, then you're planning to fail. And if you don't have a plan, you'll become a part of someone else's plan. And so a lot of agents show up every single day and do random acts of marketing with the hopes that somebody's going to buy from them. And what they need to do is they need to have a consistent and predictable plan to do every single day with their days chunked out in order to be able to execute and have success in their business. And so not to just be really theoretical, but I'm going to go ahead and show you what a plan looks like. And so if you just take a look here, you can see that my war map here. Now, this is an amazing tool that if you were to join the AJC program, you would get access to one of these, and I will show you specifically how to map out your day. And this is what a plan looks like. Every single day, mapped out in sequential order for the things that I need to do in order to hit my numbers, right? And these are the steps that you need to do. So it does take some time. So you'll have to take a Saturday or something to plan out your month day by day and break that down into chunks from the goal that you set at the beginning of the month on what you want to hit. And then you just want to work your way backwards from what that goal is and break it down into weeks, and then break those weeks down into days. And that's how you get this month. And so this is a chunking method here, and is best known from Damon Zariadis. I don't know how you say that properly, but he is all about optimization and efficiency. And so this is one of those strategies that I learned. And so this is how you should do it. And this is very important because, again, if you do not have a plan, then you're planning to fail. And if you don't have a plan, then you'll become a part of someone else's plan. And so that's number one. And then number two is you need to know your numbers. So a lot of life insurance agents don't even know their numbers. They don't know their lead to book ratio. They don't know their dial to set ratio. They don't know their closing ratios. They don't know what their numbers were past last month, 60 days, 90 days. They don't know any of those things. And this is very important because a lot of times history will repeat itself. And so as you start to speak to so many people and you do so many appointments, trends start to occur. And these patterns shape the future for you, because it tends to repeat itself over and over again because we're creatures of habit, right? So, for example, if you want to make 10 sales, then you know that you need to sit with at least 20 people, right? And then from those 20 people, you probably need to book, let's just say 25 appointments, because about 20% of those people aren't going to show, which then means that you need to have about 500 leads with a low expectancy of about a 5% hit ratio to book, and then work your way backwards from that. So if you wanted to do 20, then you can double those numbers. And a lot of times when I hop on calls, or my team hops on calls and asks agents their numbers, That's the number one thing that's eye-opening to me, is that life insurance agents don't know their numbers. And so again, you need to have a plan and you need to know your numbers, because your numbers tell the story of where you've been, which ultimately tells the story of where you're going. So number 3, and this is probably the most important, because you can get the other 2 wrong and still have a successful 7-figure business. And number 3 is you need to have a predictable lead source that you own. So let me say that again. You need to have a predictable lead source that you own. And this is important because what happens is a lot of your profit is getting eaten up by inflated lead costs. No matter how good the leads are, you're paying a substantial markup for the exact same leads that you could have access to with a proven predictable system that could help you do that. So with that, you're just fighting a never-ending battle, right? It's like buying at the top of the market, right? You can remember probably back in 2018, 2019, a lot of people getting into crypto and getting into Bitcoin. Well, they got in too late. And what happened is it ate up all of the profits and all of their margins, and they lost their shirts. And so what happens, that's the first problem with not owning your lead source, is that you can't overcome those inflated numbers, because now you've got to try to close at about 100% ratio in order to make that work. So what you need to do is you need to be able to cut out the middleman, go straight to the source, and have your own lead source. And so that's important, because over time, something could happen to the lead vendor, right? They could go in a different direction. They could pick a different niche. They could shut down. They could decide that they want to do something else, or they could just get, sick or something, like, we've been going through over the last 2 years. Anything can happen at this point, we know. And so in order to make sure that your business isn't at risk, you need to own your leads. You need to own your lead source. And I want to double down on this, because if leads are the lifeblood of the business, then you need to own the pipe that feeds your business. Again, if leads are the lifeblood of the business, you need to own the pipe that feeds your business. So if that's the case, then you need to have extreme ownership of your business, because if you don't have a predictable way to generate qualified appointments, you do not have a business. And so in closing this, I hope this video was helpful. Number 1 is you need to have a plan if you want to be a 7-figure agent. You need to know your numbers, and you need to have a predictable lead source that you own. So if you're a life insurance agent and you're looking for consistency and predictability in your business, and you're tired of chasing clients and you want to have clients chasing you, go ahead and book a call. There'll be a link here below this description for you to book a quick demo with my team. And it'll be very simple. I'll tell you exactly how it's going to go. I'm going to ask you why you decided to book a call, how long you've been following us, what your current situation is, what your desired situation is, right? And what have you tried in the past to fix it? And then we'll come up with a solution for you. And if it is a good fit, we'll make you an offer. And if it isn't, we'll refer you out to someone else that may be a better fit for you. No problem, right? So this isn't going to be a pressure situation. So now you know, and put your mind at ease if you've been watching this for a little bit and just haven't pulled the trigger, right? You watched all